190 party lists vying for a seat or two at the House of Representatives next year. By now, naiintindihan na po ba ng lahat kung para saan ba itong party list system? Time to revisit na ba? Okay, ngayon, sharing with us his insight today is Ranjit Rai, Assistant Professor at the Department of Political Science of the University of the Philippines. Prof. Ranjit, magandang hapon. Long time no see.
Magandang hapon sa inyo. Sa lahat na nanonood sa atin, it's long time no see, Lord.
Kasama ko po si Ms. Denise Tan. Opo.
Hi, Denise. Good afternoon.
Magandang hapon po.
Alright. Professor Ranjit, meron pong mahigit 170, tama ba?
190, yes.
100, siyam na po na mga nag-file. Okay. At marami po dito, sabihin na, may gandang party list pala. May party list para sa mga sabongero, at sa kung ano-ano mga interes. Okay. Several decades after yung party list law, may mga magtatanong, relevant pa ba ang mga, alam na po natin na ito daw ay bastardized, no, supposedly. Pero kung titinan ba ang track record ng pagboto ng mga kongresistang ito, sabihin natin na pinayagan ng Korte Suprema at one point na okay na kahit hindi kayo from that marginalized sector, at least kung ini-espouse ninyo, okay lang. Pero ang track record ba nila ay at least ba maayos naman, or were they voting against the interest of the people?
Siguro, it's hard to answer that question kasi nobody's really done a study on it. And my sense is it's suboptimal yung pag-utilize ng party list natin. The goal of the party list system is to precisely to create strong national parties, no? Pero dahil kasi dun sa institutional rules niya, yung rules ng party list law natin, okay, 1995 ata yan, no? It has created, instead of creating big parties that are built around ideas, programs, and platforms in terms of ideology or representing truly marginalized groups, no? What have our party lists utilized as vehicles of the traditional political elite? Now, part of the reason is because of the rules that exist. Kailangan talaga iandahan na yung party list law. Tanggalin na, taasan natin yung 2% na floor niyan, meaning you have to get 2% at least of the party list vote during an election to get a seat. Now, the model in many European, in places where we have proportional representation, like in Europe, at least 5% sana yan. So, taasan natin yung entry level, okay? Tapos, tanggalin natin yung, kasi 3 seats lang po ang maximum eh. Tanggalin natin yung seating. So, pagkaganyan, ang tendency niyan, magkakaroon tayo ng mas malalaking party list kaysa ngayon na fragmented siya. At ngayon, dahil because ang baba lang ng ating ng minimum nating requirement, at because of the Supreme Court rulings that have basically tried to make more clear the party list law, you can get a seat for less than 2%.
Yes.
Nakuha nyo? So, yan yan ang problem. So, you have to really amend the law. It very specific, no? Clearer how party list organizations can enter the party list system. So, right, yun ang problem natin, yung batas that governs the party list has a lot of ambiguity in it, and that the minimums and the maximums are of course, may good faith naman ang ginawa yan. Pero ang impact niya is instead of creating big, strong parties that unify around ideas, platform, and ideology, what we have are parties that are fragmented and built around personalities, particularistic interest, regional interest. So the key is really to reform yung ating institutions. When you say institutions, yun ang rules that set the political game, di ba? Ano yung basic definition ng institutions? A set of rules that define how we behave. So if the rule strict, mag-iiba rin yung behavior ng ating political actors. Ang goal is to create parties. Kaya kayo election natin, di ba? You had a segment na tumakbo yung mga artista, ganyan. yung ibang comments ng mga tao sige nga, bakit ako pinanganak sa Pilipinas? Sige nga, kasi nga yung political party is not organized around ideas. It's not organized around platforms. It's organized around personalities. And party list, we have a weak party system in general. And should have been the party list system kasi we still have very good party lists. Look at the left, no? Yung Makabayan Bloc. They've been fighting for people's interests since day one.
Correct.
So yan, halimbawa ng party list yan. Pero marami na sa party list natin ginamit na ng mga traditional politicians natin. Ang dami nilang anak, hindi kaya sa mayor, vice mayor, congressman.
Na-max out na yung terms.
Na kaya mo. The youngest, na mo yun?
Yes.
So, pinagkakakitaan na lang. And that's the reality of it. And we need advocacy for the reform of our party list system.
Okay, share ko lang kay Tita Denise, Prof. Ranjit, baka bata pa siya ng panahon. Would you, ma-imagine mo ba once upon 1998, ang bayan muna ang nag-top sa party list elections. Diba? That's 1998. So, anong year na ngayon? So, talagang pambihira talaga. At share ko lang din, nagkaroon ng study 2022, ito po nangyari. 16 na party list congressmen ang bumoto laban sa franchise renewal ng ABS-CBN. At pumayag na mawalan ng trabaho libo-libong trabahador ng network. At kasama sa mga bumoto ngayon ay mga representatives na supposedly pro-labor. Oo. Yung isa pa, yung tungkol sa kalusugan na party list ay namigay ng gamot na kontra COVID na hindi pa tested pero para sa kabayo, yung ivermectin. 14 na party list groups ang bumoto in favor of the anti-terror law at tuwing may mga batas na magdadagdag ng pahirap sa tao gaya ng mga bagong buwis, hindi naman naririnig itong mga party list na to, pero na lang doon sa mga makabayan na grupo, no? Pero kung ganito, Prof. Ranjit, kung kongreso din, sa kongreso tayo naghihintay ng isang batas na maglilinaw na for the truly marginalized lamang, dapat, kung hindi dapat mababoy, sila rin naman yun, Prof. Ranjit. How can we expect them to vote against their interests?
Yeah, that's true. No, it's been an uphill climb. In fact, the clarifications to questions raised by the infirmity of the party list was answered really by the Supreme Court in 2 or 3 separate rulings, which focused on clarifying how we should count votes, who is considered a party list. It's high time talaga. If there's political will and there's advocacy from below, yun yung Another way is, of course, yung mga kababayan natin, kailangan pag-aralan talaga kung anong track record ng party list na napupusuan nila. Kung talagang tumulong yan, that's another way, no? We vote out, we vote in to power the party lists that really, truly represent our interests. And nandiyan naman yan Kaya nga, importante talaga yung role ng media, role ng shows kagaya ninyo sa voter education. Ano ba talaga? You raised a lot of issues. By the way, 1998, mamamayan ayaw sa droga, MAD, no? Kay Richard Gomez.
Tama.
Was actually one of the top winners, no, of that particular race. Pero yun nga, kasi hindi clear kung ano yung definition ng party list na disqualify sila. Okay,
Richard Gomez.
Si Bayan Muna was a big political party at that time and represented a potential for reform, no? A model for the party system. Anong ginawa nila? Siyempre, kung matalino ka, gagawin mo, kung 3 seats lang ang maximum, di ba? Di magbibiyak-biyak ka into smaller parties. Di nawala yung objective ng party list to create big parties that unify larger communities. Kasi, why? Kung bayan muna ka, or bayan muna, di you break up into Gabriela, Anak pa, which you get more seats. Nakuha nyo?
Tama.
So magbibiyak ka into magpa-fragment ka into smaller parties. Kasi yun ang rules The rules don't provide for the creation of large issue-based, ideology-based political parties. So nag-fragment sila and because ang dami na nila ngayon, it's so hard and the resources needed now to run in the party which is malaki siya, no? Kasi lalo kung national yung constituency mo, hindi loko na ngayon magpatakbo ng party list. So, ganun nangyayari. Biyak-biyak yung malalaking mga kilusan into smaller parties para mas marami sila makuha ang seats. kunti lang kasi ang progresibo talagang nakakapasok eh. Karamihan ng mga pumapasok, traditional politics, just masquerading as party list.
Correct. Not bad for somebody na hindi na naniwala sa parliamentary struggle dati. Denise, tanong.
Prof, maitanong ko lang, kasi nabanggit mo na naman na it is time na maamendahan na, no? It's time for reform. Pero, I mean, you also talked about what needs to be done, but since identified naman na yung steps and what has to be done, what's stopping things from happening, and what more can we do to maybe spread the word, maybe help? I don't know kung meron bang kakayanan ng simpleng Pilipino to really push for it?
I think kaya ng taong bayan, no? First of all, to vote for party list representatives na talagang karapat-dapat para sa Kongreso. Alam naman nila kung sino yung mga malalaman naman natin kung mag-aaral tayo, makikilahok tayo, makikialam tayo. Malalaman natin na may mga party list na pangtrapo at may mga party list na talagang progresibo. At sana naman, yun ang mga binoboto natin. Yung mga progresibo. Kilala naman sila eh. May maganda yung track record nila. Talagang marami sila nagagawa. In fact, sila dapat natin sinusuportahan. Yan ang unang step, no? So voter education, get to know who, I mean, if you're not sure of who to vote, hindi wag ka nang bumoto sa party list. Pero hindi magandang ano yan eh. Hindi maganda yan ang ginagawa ng karamihan ng mga kababayan natin. Hindi na sila bumoboto sa party. Pero yun nga, we need voter education and advocacy. So kailangan yung mga progresibo rin mga grupo, kailangan talaga maingay sila ngayong eleksyon para malaman kung ano yung track record nila. Kasi pag malaman ng mga kababayan natin na tumutulong talaga sila, yun, boboto sila. Number 2, kaya natin yan i-advocate sa Congress. Kaya alam mo, mahirap kasi sa Congress dahil because of the nuances of the current party list system, may opportunity yung mga tao, mga party list, na hindi naman nanalo ng 2% na makapasok. So iba, 8 lang, 0.7, dahil kailangan punuin kasi yung 20%, yun ang constitutional requirement eh. So kung makaabot ng sa round 2, okay, di ko kuhain lang yung next highest. So technically, you can get a party list seat for less than 1%. And that's the problem eh. That's where the problem starts. No? Masyado mababa yung ang floor natin. So we change that. How do we change it? We need to advocate. And sana yun lang People's Initiative eh.
Oo.
Ang reforma ng party list eh. I'm very sure a lot of Filipinos will that's another issue. Wala pa tayong People's Initiative law to enable these kinds of changes. But in time, I think with advocacy and with information and education, I think voters can pressure Congress to shift it. No? If not, then we can just, a second option is to just vote for the party list na karapat-dapat na may ginawa ka. And yun nga, kailangan natin ng voter education.
Voter education. Okay, on that note, nako, alam mo, bitin tong usapan natin. Sama, makasama ka pa namin ulit, Prof. Ranjit, at dahil may pamilyar na pangalan na Okta Research dyan sa ibabaw mo. Maganda pag-usapan, mga bagay-bagay. But we'll definitely talk to you again. Maraming salamat sa oras po ninyo. Professor Ranjit Rai, ang political scientist and also president din ng Okta Research. Thank you, sir.
Maraming salamat for inviting us. Thank you.